going? Welcome to Red River in City Skylines. This is BentlBuilds, and let's build some stuff. So, last time we worked on the river walk over in here, and name suggestions would be greatly appreciated. And I also talked about doing a little pedestrian bridge in here. Not going to worry about that today. We are going to burn that bridge when we get to it. Pun intended. This time though, I want to kind of finish off the road system in the city of Redcliff and yeah, do some zoning and maybe see if it'll grow. Maybe. We'll see. So let's get going on this. My first thought was it probably would be good to finish off the, or finish off, but make the roads within the city limits, or around the city limits, make them like buildable. Just that feels reasonable. I also decided that I want the city limits to follow the road right here, just for cleanliness sake. I feel like that makes some sense, and then it can follow that one as well, just up to the power lines. I'll probably be making some more changes to the city boundaries as things develop more, but for now, that's where we're gonna leave it. And then in here, I am thinking that this road right here can continue on just going straight like it was and connect up. Since this road is going to kind of go up in here, it might be good to have a road that's more a direct north-south, which means that's also going to kind of be more of a main road, but that's okay. I think that'll work. Also, depending on how traffic works, I could play around with having this be a, one way that kind of ends right here. Again, not going to do that now. I'm just saying that I am leaving room for different possibilities. So over in here, I don't want there to be any intersections along this bend, first of all, just because that would be messy, and also because there's the tracks right there. So the next road we're gonna do is this one. It'll come across like so. It's not going to be quite at the same angle as the rest of the grid, which again might not be the prettiest to look at, but it does feel a little more real, which is fun. So next thing is, actually I'm going to go ahead and just finish this one off. Here we go. Okay, just kind of curve it right up there. I do think that right in here might be an appropriate location for another park, just because there isn't one super close. Keep hitting the wrong buttons, that's really fun for me. Okay, I'm going to change this up a little. I think I'm going to go with that idea. I like it. So this road over here, and this will curve up. I just want it all to line up very nicely. Go. So yeah, right in here I think might be kind of fun as a park right along the mountainside. Because the nearest other parks will be obviously this one along the river, and then this historical park there, which isn't going to be like really great for recreation kind of stuff. So to have one up on this side too might be good. And then right here, I think I'll have a road come just along the tracks. It's not going to intersect. It's just going to dead end right there. But so that this actually, oh man, look who's thinking. I am. We'll bring it like that. That'll work. Pretty good. And then I for sure think I'll have this road kind of shadow the tracks. For the rest of this, just because to make that area more usable, and also I don't love putting homes like backed up to the tracks. I'd rather have a road that does that. It's got to be way backed up, so we're gonna fix it real quick. There we go. That is just, isn't she a beaut? So once again, I am conflicted on this, because that is a really long stretch that won't be very useful without another road that comes through like this, but I also just don't want to have too many intersections. Like, honestly, even having this intersection here, that might be a little too close, but I guess we'll see what happens later on. Through the rest of this, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, it doesn't matter that I did it that way, with that piece instead. It's just going to bug me if it's not the same. So this one, I kind of straighten things out just a little bit. I also do kind of like how this adds a little more of like a neighborhood dimension to it, where there is for sure grids and stuff, but they're not all identical. They all kind of blend together, but they're not all part of one cohesive thing, if that makes sense. And then this one, not going to connect it. You can just go through there. A little roundabout cul-de-sac is what I'm thinking. Just go straight up. Okay. I have made a decision. This road right here is not going to be what I once described it as being. I'm going to do it with this one so that there's a little more of an even difference between those two, and those intersections will be not quite as close together. This road will still do its funky little thing, and we love it for doing that. This one can just come right up there. This intersection is a little bit close, but it's gonna be a stop sign there, so it'll be totally fine. So we've got that kind of squared away. Over here, I definitely am gonna put some roads along the back, so that this area is a little more usable, maybe, possibly, but I don't want it to connect like that. Okay, what? Excuse me? That's annoying. It's fine. So actually, this is, I think, what I'm gonna go with. Have it like this. I just need to adjust the tracks there so it all lines up correctly. There we go. Okay. So these roads will not connect up to, where am I going? Over here. So they're not gonna connect up to either of the main roads around them. They are not going to have small distances in between the intersections. They loop around, and their sole purpose is just to add a little more functionality to these blocks right here, since they won't have roads going through. Over in here, I think it makes some sense to have a road come up a little bit. The thing with playing this like with a full map is that I can't specifically mark things as being, you know, one neighborhood or another, because I'm using it to mark the cities instead. But you know, I feel like just looking at this, you can kind of see like the difference between where the neighborhoods kind of are and where they sit, all that kind of stuff. So it's okay. We're not going to worry about it too much. Oh, that's up right there. So we're gonna fix that. And then this one might be, okay, we're gonna try this. If it looks dumb, I'm gonna pretend I didn't do it. But I think it might be a little fun if this road loops around right there. Let's see. It's the moment of truth. Actually, not bad. I mean, it's got that little ledge, but I mean, if you look at southwestern kind of cities, there is a lot of like the ledges and a lot of kind of crazy stuff with the terraforming. Like if you want to look, there's a big fancy neighborhood in Las Vegas. Actually, it might be in Henderson. I think it's Henderson. But they like completely level off the lots, and they're just like big squares. So the thing I'm getting at is, you know, some ledges. That's fairly normal. I'm not going to do that all the time because I don't want it to be ridiculously steep. Like this, to me, is probably too much, and that's probably not going to be the path that road actually takes. It's probably actually going to come up more like this. I'll go ahead and just do that now. I'll turn on the terrain. There we go. So it's probably going to more follow the path of this right there until there's more of a chance for it to start going up. And really, until then, oh, nuts. Gosh dang it. I thought that if I snuck it under there, it would work. It did not. So let's go ahead and fix that really fast. Just out here causing problems. There we go. That'll be fine. I also do intend to get rid of these power lines eventually. Just because they look bad. Let's go ahead and bring in the water. Get that going. But yeah, I don't want the power lines to like stay there all the time. I think there are going to be some places where I will leave the power lines even when they are no longer necessary, just because I feel like that is kind of part of the aesthetic. But I don't want to have them all over the place, especially along like the mountain ridge, the benches like that. Definitely not. So the park is gonna have some water in it, of course, and then I'm just gonna bring all of the water to the streets of Redcliff. I have to be honest, doing the water pipes is easily my least favorite part of this entire game. There is no satisfaction in it for me. It's just boring. And I know, or at least I'm pretty sure I've heard about mods that, you know, you can just have the roads be also the water pipes, which sounds really nice. But I just never think of getting something like that until I'm already in the thick of it and already putting in the actual pipes. So maybe one day I will think about it, but I mean, at least for this section, it's not like it's going to take too long, so we'll be fine. We will make it through together. The trauma of putting in the water pipes. Yeah. Okay. Also, because the road layout is a little bit funky, there's not going to be like so much of a logical way to name the streets. Like there's going to be maybe some amount of that, but overall it's just going to kind of be a little crazy. I don't really know a way around that. So the names might just get the roads might just get some names, and we'll just go with it, because why not, you know? We're just gonna roll with it. So there we go. There is the road layout for Redcliff. Next thing is going to be the commercial. So here's my thoughts on this. The area along this highway here for sure can be commercial. Definitely along where the park, or at least along this main road, there can be some commercial. This road too can have some. I don't want to like completely isolate where all of the commercial is. I'm gonna do for sure some little zones of it around other spots where it makes sense. Maybe a couple over. I don't like that one being there actually, but you get the idea. You know, little spots for corner stores and cute little stuff like that. Since there's going to be a park over here, maybe a little more commercial right around there, which wouldn't necessarily be my go-to. The reason why I'm doing it that way with a lot of commercial around the parks is because this is going to be such a touristy area that even if tourists are not necessarily coming to with the intention to go to some random park, you know, they still might end up there, and so might as well have some amenities to make some money off the good old tourists, you know? I feel like that's a pretty reasonable thing to do. Definitely up in here I'll just do a big commercial hub. Do that guy on the corner. Yeah, that kind of vibe. So there's definitely going to be the same kind of Main Street feel to this. And I have to say I kind of like how the Main Street for Small Rock is not going to be feeding directly into the Main Street of Redcliff. Like it, like they're close but not quite, which I feel like is a nice, like it just makes it feel more interesting, and adds a little more character and makes it feel a little less planned out, which is definitely something that I'm going for. I don't want this to feel like it's completely like master planned kind of thing. I think for this area, what I'm going to do though is I'm going to put some roads back. Well, never mind. I was going to say I could do another little pedestrian plaza in there, but I think I'm going to not go too crazy on those. I think I'll just put some roads back in here, so that I can do some. Oh, I did that. That was weird. Anyway, to do some higher density housing in that area. It's kind of central neighborhood. Seems like a good spot for some of that. Yeah. I don't think I want to have residential along that part of the road, though, so we're not going to do that. Yeah, kind of like that. Definitely, we can do some higher density over in here. I don't want to go super crazy on it, just because it doesn't feel super realistic to be like, you know, immediately as it starts to grow, there's going to be high density everywhere. But for sure, I think there would be some that would pop up fairly early on. That seems like a reasonable guess. But the rest of it will just be the lower. I do want to put a little shop situation here. That's the funniest. Okay. I love how it did that. That's just gonna clean that up, I guess. Yeah, put in a couple little corner store sort of vibe stuff in there. We can do a little high density guy over in here. Yeah, just continue it through there. You know, why not? We're just going for it. done. This section is going to be a little quicker because it's a little cleaner for the most part. I am probably just not going to zone along this section of the road just because it's going to be more of a major road. Oh right, I was gonna not. I think these ones are okay to stay, but over in here I'll probably do just like a big old clump of trees or something to help separate things a little. We'll do some residential up in here. All that good stuff. That can be commercial as well. So definitely a solid commercial hub right up in there. It's not going to be super accessible from this highway here, but that's not really the intention. I think it's going to be more meant to be accessed from this direction. I think eventually this highway will become a lot wider, so it'll kind of funnel down into here, and there'll probably be more commercial in this area, but this will be more of a like local commercial district, whereas over in here is more of a like you're going there specifically because it's kind of a destination, if that makes any sense at all. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, and I missed this. I'm gonna just go ahead and fill that. Ooh, that's a good little spot for some commercial. Sometimes, like, when I forget to scatter some commercial throughout, I just kind of do it like any weird little gaps that I find. That's a good spot for a little store. A little store can go right there, Why did I do that? That's not supposed to be there. That's part of the park. Definitely. I'll put that there. Maybe the store can go there. Yeah. Cool. I think that's great. And the last thing I think I'll do is I'll just mark off the spots that are meant to be parks so that I don't forget in the future. So I want y'all to give this park a name. It's not going to be Emerson Gardens. I don't like that. And then this park where the hill is also going to need a name. So suggestions are welcome. And that is a bummer. Hold on. Well, okay, cool. That might be trouble. Hold on. We're gonna. Okay, it's no longer saying it's part of it. Oh. Gosh dang it. I'm just out here ruining everything. It's what I do best, I guess. Anyway. Haha. Fixed it. Okay. That, I think, is where I'm going to leave it for today. Once again, if you have any name ideas for this park here or this larger park over here, definitely let me know. In the next episode, I think I'm going to start letting things grow in Redcliff. I'm not going to do the same building theme as I've done in all of these other towns because some time has passed. So this is going to be a little newer looking, and yeah, that's kind of what we're going to go with. Then I also want to work on this park over in here and probably try to finish up these other parks. I don't know if I'll be able to fit all of that in one episode, but that is the direction we're headed. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. I appreciate it. Not trying to make money off of this, but positive reinforcement is always nice. So anyway, yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.